welcome to Utterly Geek, your weekly source of video game news and sometimes opinion. I'm Darren Bell. I'm joined, as always, by Christopher Walczyk and Stephen Petrella.
Not always. I mean, there was last week. There was last week.
We were here in spirit while you played Spider-Man.
While you played Spider-Man. Yeah, you had to take a spider break.
Yeah.
But our over-under on full participation is more full than less.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've all had our weeks off.
Oh, God, yeah. I definitely needed it.
Yeah, you're a goddamn mess of a garbage human, but we can get into that later.
Sure.
We're all garbage humans here.
Yes.
Let's pivot into the news. First and foremost, hey, you know how everyone was bitching at Sony for not letting everyone play Fortnite together in a happy family? Well, they've finally fucking acquiesced, and here we are. Sony announced last week extended Fortnite Crossplay beta launches today is the headline. They didn't put a date in it, and there's not a date anywhere out September 26th. They announced this.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So by them lifting the veil, and they've stated clearly that this is in a beta state,
Mm-hmm.
you can now play cross-play Fortnite games. One game can include players from PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Windows, Mac, Android, and iOS players, all in the same match.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is I actually have a chance when I play now.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. I've seen some really fucked up videos of people like taping gum wrappers to the shoulders of their phones so that the metal can tap and register, so it's more of a control. Like, listen, Fortnite's a fucking mess. And it's not my favorite game. I've tried it, but I'm happy for anyone who's happy with it, and them showing at least the ability to do crossplay at least is a step in the right direction, even if it is by force.
You mean they just basically flipped a switch?
Mm-hmm.
That's I always felt like it was with Sony, where it was like it was always available, but they always came up with some excuse like, "Oh, we can't do it because of reasons, because we want PlayStation to be the platform." And then people are like, "What the fuck?" And they're like, "Okay, Switch."
Listen, I have Sony's statement right here, and it's it's way harder than flipping a Switch, Wally. Come on.
Is
Jesus.
it? Is it really?
Yeah. I mean, fuck me for thinking that.
Yeah, seriously. So basically, so he said, "We know this is a want, this is a desire, and we want to be able to deliver that in the best way possible. Now, enabling crossplay isn't just about flipping a switch." And there you go.
Man, I was wrong. He said it.
It's about flipping two switches.
Yeah.
And then he goes on to say it's a very multi-dimensional kind of attribute or feature. And then he says, so we had to look at it from a technical point of view. We have to work with our partners from a business point of view. We have to make sure that if we enable this, do we have the right customer service support? Do we have the right messaging out there? Do we have all these different things that you have to get in line? So that's basically what
fucking customer support.
Have been doing well. Yeah, no, customer support makes sense because people are dumb. Like, I listen to Giant Bomb all the time. Matt Rory on the Friday show will sometimes read their customer support emails, and people email them about video game purchases that they are unsatisfied with and demand help immediately, despite them being a games review site and having nothing to do with sales. So yes, I understand why they would need customer support, because they would need to train everyone to go like, no, go talk to Epic and have the right resources to divert these people to the right place. That I kind of get, but that's like an afternoon of training.
Yeah.
I mean, I think most of it's bullshit. I do think they just wanted to look at it like, I think the business point of view is basically the truth. They wanted to look at it from all angles and say, can we get around not ever doing this? And then they probably just decided, okay, not with Fortnite at least.
People are pissed enough to where they want their Fortnite everywhere, so we have to.
Yeah, because I mean, it's one thing with Rocket League where at the time when they did the crossplay, it was like kind of large, but it was nowhere near the scale like Fortnite, where it's like in the fucking 10 million range of people, of players, and you know, a large majority of them are. I'm actually curious as to how many people are on PC or on PS4, because I know it's like 70 million on PC, so and it's like 125 million total players on Fortnite.
Wow.
So I'm curious as to how many of that was on PS4 out of all those millions of players that were like, what the fuck?
Well, at this point, too, now that they have been separate for so long, I wonder if there is additional work that they'll need to do with Epic in order to potentially merge accounts. Because you know, as soon as all the floodgate was turned on for Xbox and Switch and all the other systems to do crossplay, you couldn't transfer your Epic account from Sony to any other platform.
Right.
So now you've got a lot of people with multiple accounts that will potentially want to merge all their purchases together. So there could be some veracity to the statement that there's a lot more going on under the hood. But that's partly due to Sony's reluctance to actually engage with cross-platform play from the beginning.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's good that they're doing it and they're doing the groundwork, but
yeah, I think it's more of them saying we're never gonna do this, and then it was like, oh fuck, I think we gotta do this. So it was like a really just like them like rushing around to figure out, okay, we never wanted to do this, so we don't have anything in place, but now we have to quickly get this shit in place. You know,
shit, it's due tomorrow.
Fuck. Yeah.
Let's go flip the switch. I mean, not flip the switch. Push a couple buttons.
Also, by the way, you still can't change your name on PlayStation. Thank you and goodbye.
Yeah. That's why I'm glad I still have the name that I have. But unfortunately, for some of those other people that were teenagers and made up their names on PSN and didn't think in the future.
Blood belching, blood farts.
Yeah. There's some people I've seen that they put some of their shit up on there and they're like, oh god, I'm going to be this forever.
Yeah, I kind of appreciate Sony for doing that, but at the same time, I really want them to fix it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to use it. I'm good.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Hopefully this does end up bleeding over into other games. I would like to see them do it for Warframe. I would like to see them do it for Rocket League. I would like to see them do it with all of the big free-to-play... Well, Rocket League isn't free-to-play.
Right.
But all of the big third-party indie multiplayer stuff.
That can support crossplay, yeah.
Precisely. I mean, I know Warframe doesn't quite do it yet, but I feel like they're kind of... They would be the next one, I feel like, that would do that. But good on you, Sony, even if we have to come drag you into the future.
Oh, my God.
Vivendi has been in the news as well. They announced earlier this week they are intending to sell off all of their Ubisoft stock by March 7th, 2019. Yes, Guillemot, you have won. You are independent.
Yeah.
That was my favorite moment of that E3. I think it was 2016. At the end of the Ubisoft conference, where Yes Guillemot brought everyone from Ubisoft out on the stage to be like, thank you, we're doing so well. Through your efforts, we've been able to remain independent, like basically saying, fuck, keep Vivendi from buying us, please.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, Ubisoft really has made an about face in recent years.
Well, except for, I feel like with Odyssey coming out, and then they're like, oh shit, okay, all right, we're gonna do the thing, not annual Assassin's Creed releases again. Shit.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that was already in the plans. They said that they were going to take a couple years to make Origins, and they did that, but then they also had a team starting up with Odyssey, maybe thinking, oh, maybe if people are okay with it, we'll start yearly again. And everyone's like, no.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a business decision that everyone pushed back
was
on.
Something that was already in motion. Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what they have in the works when they're completely independent and what they're going to do with that, you know, like when there's not some excuse me, some big business controlling them. And I mean, I'm sure Vivendi had a lot to do with why they were really forceful with Assassin's Creed games. So we'll see.
I'm curious that if any of the Vivendi decisions was like having fucking 5 different game sales that you can have for one fucking game, like 5 different editions, where it's
Vivendi,
like,
as far as I knew, Vivendi never had a controlling interest in Ubisoft. Like that was the whole point of them trying to fight them off, was to keep their independence.
Okay.
Vivendi kept trying to acquire more and more and more to get that control.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that your points still stand in that Vivendi would have had a huge say on the board of like, hey, yo, make us profits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what's better than 5 different editions? 10 different editions.
With confusing digital bonuses for each one so that no one gets the full fucking content.
Yeah. You know,
that's what players love.
I know it's kind of a bringing up Spider-Man again for another week.
God damn it!
I know. I'm sorry. I was curious out of the past week. I was like, what was even in the digital deluxe edition that like was like pre-order sales for that game? And really, it was just like skins that you could get like just by playing the fucking game. It was like skins and one gadget, and I was just like, oh, that's shit that. Yeah, sure, you can get right away, or just, you know, just buy the fucking game and then just play it. And I mean, the digital deluxe also came with like the season pass, which I'll definitely fucking end up getting anyway. But like, it's still everything else. It was still
the price difference the same $60 plus the same cost.
Yep.
So then, yeah, fuck it. That's perfect.
Yeah, and that's I think a situation where it's like, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
It's more or less kind of like you're buying, because I think all the other shit that's like the in-game stuff was more of like, that was more of the bonus, whereas like what you're paying for is the game and the season pass together, but they still showed the digital shit that was like, oh, you know, all these things that come in game, but that's like not really the highlight. Like the highlight is just the game and the season pass out of that whole bundle.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that markedly changes now with Ubisoft. Well, flashing forward a bit, Assassin's Creed Odyssey comes out this week. Do we know if there are a shit ton of different editions of that available currently? I don't know off the top of my head. I haven't looked at it.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm sure there are, but I have no idea. I haven't I haven't checked into it.
I'm checking into it now. Let's see here, because everyone remembers the big, infamous, giant spreadsheet for the original Watch Dogs. Okay, so yeah, it looks like there's just... Oh my god, nope, wrong. There are 7 editions for all 4 platforms: Standard, Deluxe, Gold, Gold Steelbook, Ultimate, Spartan Collector, Pantheon Collector. Like, oh my god.
Yep.
The thing is, they'll keep making it as long as people keep buying it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and it's so... Like, okay, I don't mean to sound like I'm shitting on anyone who's real big into these deluxe editions. I was that guy for a long while. I just don't want the shit around my house anymore. It's, man, like, there's a double statue, steelbook, art book, Alexios figure, lithographs, official soundtrack, all the digital content, the season pass. Oh my god.
Yep.
How much is this goddamn thing? This is the Pantheon edition. Oh, it's only $220.
Yeah.
I don't see that stopping.
You know, really, honestly, the super ultra deluxe edition of Spider-Man was you get a fucking PS4 with it.
Oh yeah. That's true.
That's really the only thing.
Yeah. But good on you, Ubisoft. You know, keep getting better. Make me another goddamn proper Prince of Persia.
Yeah, really.
Or remaster that HD, the original trilogy. Like, give me that.
I really wouldn't want like a reboot. I would just be okay with just a remaster or a remake, honestly. Just like a remake in the regard where they don't mess with the story or the gameplay. They just like overhaul the fucking graphics.
So you just want a remaster?
Well, because like remaster, a lot of people think of like. I guess I'm thinking more of like Shadow of the Colossus.
Smoother.
Like
oh yeah,
like in that terms where it's like it's not quite a total revamp. It's just
but
like
it's a new engine, it's
right.
a new
Correct.
look, but it still plays and is dedicated to the original.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd be completely on board with that. It's real good.
Yeah.
And you know, of course, we're still waiting on Beyond Good and Evil 2, which God knows when that'll be.
They'll just keep showing footage and then come out every time and be like, "Yeah, thank you for watching. Hey, see you in 3 years."
We've made the monkey 15% more an asshole.
Yeah.
In other PlayStation news, PlayStation has confirmed via their quote-unquote blogcast. I really hate that term. PSX 2018 is not happening this year, which is normally their big convention, not convention, but like trade show in December where they highlight everything coming out next year for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I mean, really, for me, I was hoping for more. For
The Last of Us 2?
Fucking Death Stranding. Anything else? That's
you have the Game Awards for that.
Oh, that's true.
Kojima and Keighley are like best buds.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, I still think even with this being canceled, I still think that I'm sure there's a lot of developers that probably had something lined up and ready to show anyway, and they'll probably just show it like that week or whenever it's ready and just be like, fucking, here it is.
Right. They did announce, however, I forgot to put this in the list. Xbox is doing a thing in December. Xbox 018. X018. Apparently, they did one way back with the OG Xbox or the Xbox 360, like really early on.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have PSX, but Microsoft's doing a thing, shockingly. So maybe we have some hope for some games out of Microsoft next year. Sorry. I almost didn't make it through that.
God.
Yeah, I mean, in the long run, this doesn't really point to anything one way or the other for Sony or Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
Although people did jokingly point out that last year at PSX, Sony announced, hey, you'll be able to change your PlayStation name by next year's PSX. And now they're not having one. So hooray! Oh,
can't make that change if you don't have that expo.
You're a smart one. Last bit of headline news here. Google has announced their plans for their streaming platform that they announced earlier this year. They're going into a limited beta this Friday, starting with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. You'll be able to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey through Google's quote-unquote... It's called Project Stream. Real original, guys. You can play it from your Chrome browser. And the requirements for it, you can sign up for the closed beta right now. You need to be able to sustain a 35 megabit per second connection. And I think that's the only requirement, really. Oh, I'm sorry, 25. And you have to be over 17.
Right.
Okay.
and they release a YouTube video with a little note in the corner saying this is 1080p, 60 frames per second, live streaming. Yeah,
it shows no fucking proof of it actually working on a fucking TV. Like, if they started it with that footage and then like did like a crossfade to like a TV or computer screen fucking showing this off or something, then I would have been like, okay, cool. Like, that
even
is
then, I
showing
wouldn't
an
believe
example.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it could still be a fucking video that's just playing that they have. But
Yeah,
this
who
is,
knows?
but considering this is Google, this is something they'll work on for like 4 months and then be like, all right, we're fucking done with this shit. We're bored. We're bored. Let's go do something else.
Well, this didn't work out. Fuck it. Kill
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully,
Yep.
we'll get an update. But yeah, there's not really much else to be said about that.
Yeah.
That'll be it for the headlines, gentlemen. Unless I missed something that you want to bring up right now.
Nope.
Nope.
All right, let's move on to emails. You can email us at utterlygeek@gmail.com. That's utterlyg33k@gmail.com. If you send them there, we'll answer them here at this section of the show. We got nothing there, but we're also on Twitter at utterlygeek. That's utterlygeek on Twitter. Wally mans that most of the time. You can tweet at us there if the desire so hits you. We're also on Instagram at utterlygeek. That's utterlyg33k on Instagram. Steve pilots that ship pretty straight and narrow. I guess we didn't get any questions. It's fine.
Yeah, nothing there.
Like,
I was
favorite,
actually
comment,
just
subscribe.
checking it
Gotcha.
and was not
you-
listening.
You can also watch us live on twitch.tv/CPTWally. That's Wally's channel, but he hosts us every Monday. You can chat in live, and we'll answer questions here if we get them during the stream.
Mm-hmm. And we do. We do
Cool.
have questions.
This is my favorite part.
By Chicken Tandoori Wrap, sorry.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Yummy.
I haven't had dinner yet. That sounds really fucking good.
He asked, what do you guys think of the new Angry Video Game Nerd? I guess they must have changed their format.
Did they? I haven't watched that, honestly, in years.
Yeah, I don't know. He also asked the same with Nostalgic Critic. And I guess they must have also changed their format.
I've been meaning to actually watch more Nostalgic Critic. I've seen a couple of pieces, just nothing recent. Like, I primarily watch Giant Bomb. That's maybe a fault in me. But yeah. I don't know. I used to watch a lot of Angry Video Game Nerd, but then I don't know. I kind of pivoted out of the just profanity for profanity's sake that he tended to be. I'm not saying that that's exactly what he is all the time, but sometimes it was just gratuitous. But that was the joke, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm mad, blah. And I found that I was a mad enough person on my own that I didn't need that exteriorly. So.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they've changed.
Maybe
I'm
just like the
interested.
format of like how they do things.
Yeah, I don't know. I do remember really enjoying his Bugs Bunny's birthday blowout video because that game I played a lot as a kid. I never fucking finished it because it was so goddamned hard, unreasonably hard. But yeah, no, I used to really like him. He made a movie.
Yep, he did.
Yeah,
I never watched it.
I didn't either.
me either.
I think a lot of people probably didn't, except for like
Cool.
the true fans of Angry Video Game Nerd.
Fun fact, he was actually originally called an Angry Nintendo Nerd, but changed it out of fear of litigation,
Oh Jesus. Yep. Yeah.
which is probably the right move.
I know what that's like. Fucking getting Nintendo strikes, you bastards.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna check him out again. See what he changed. See what he's doing differently.
Thanks, Chicken Tandoori Wrap.
Yeah.
Reminding us that those people exist.
Yep.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Cool. That'll move us on over into new releases for your coming week. It's kind of a big week here. Let's see. We're going through October 2nd through the 8th. Starting with PlayStation 4, we have Mega Man 11 coming out on PlayStation 4, PC, Switch, and Xbox One tomorrow, October 2nd. As well as Assassin's Creed Odyssey coming out tomorrow, October 2nd on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. We also have Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise coming out on PS4 on October 2nd. We also have, and I had to look this up because I didn't realize this was announced, The Surge, The Good, the Bad, and the Augmented, coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It looks like a cowboy western themed DLC for The Surge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's crazy that they're working on more DLC while also working on The Surge 2.
Right?
All at the same fucking time. Like, Jesus.
That's what I thought. Those are all the big PS4 releases. Let's shift over to Xbox One, and nothing beyond what we have already announced, that being Mega Man 11, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and The Surge. That's all October 2nd. Moving over to Nintendo Switch, we have Mega Man 11, October 2nd. We also have Batman, The Enemy Within the Telltale series, October 2nd on the Nintendo Switch, if you want to continue supporting that company.
I mean, you know, the money's not going anywhere, so who knows? Certainly not in the devs' hands.
Yeah. The only other thing is Super Mario Party coming out October 5th on the Switch, which lacks online play. How do you make a Mario Party and not do online on your online console? Like, that's the only reason I would buy that, because Lord knows I'm not getting enough people together to actually play a Mario Party at this age.
Yeah.
But that'll be it for your new release. Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped over one. WWE 2K19 coming out October 5th on Xbox One, PC, and PS4.
Let's see. I'll be looking forward to all the glitchy gifs that usually come out of that fucking game. Because that's usually what comes out of that fucking game.
Favorite one of all time is the one of the referee with his arm just fucking bending all the way around to give the thumbs up. My favorite thing in the world. But that'll do it for our news this week. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching live, stick around. We're going to bring it down, bring it right back up with our social hour. For those of you listening afterward, stay tuned. Thursday, you'll hear our social hour pop up and come live. In the meantime, we will see you then. Thanks for joining.
Bye-bye.
Bye.